my earliest fascinations was science and magic. I was always so eager to learn how the world worked, while also determined to possess the ability to pull a rabbit out of a hat. Often I would load my lab coat sleeve with a mountain of tricks to stay ready for any given opportunity. But after a while, I began to put more energy in learning about something that existed in both worlds, and that was time. Ultimately merging my practices, I became determined to build a mechanism to travel throughout its entirety. I had read so much about the past, often heavily engulfed in the history of civilization, so there were plenty of places I thought to visit, if not only to explore their wonders, but also to play a part in changing the world. However, I was even more fascinated with the future. I believe mostly because I thought I could have a hand in creating it. And after a dream I had about building a time machine, I really never stopped trying to build one in real life. The closest I had ever got to an effective design was not too long after I lost Christine. I suppose I was fueled by the thought that I could use time travel to correct what I had then believed to be mistakes. However, I now consider those same instances to be lessons. But I have to admit, I also felt deeply about learning who I would become. I knew it was so many dimensions of man I could be, but I always believed my destiny was more than just man. That my visions had more purpose than just the delights that made me special. I also wondered if Mama would ever escape her worries. If my dad would stand taller than his given height. I wanted to know if all the guys from the block would eventually make it through just another night, or if I could potentially give them another day. But in all my failures to successfully create a time machine, I still became the wiser in my ability to understand its unique intricacies, eventually mapping out clear paths to all that had happened before now, while simultaneously reaching into the realm of what could be. I'm still quite fascinated by both science and magic alike. While even with obtaining so much information, the world has just gotten more mysterious. And today, as I tell this story, I start realizing that I might have spent most of my time struggling to create a machine that had already been given to me time and time again as a present.